Sorry. Let me just do one thing. I'll be right back. So I apologize in advance to disappoint because I thought I'd be sending out energy or doing cards, and I really felt like talking, around 5 and been doing a lot of errands and have a creative list of what's going on. And so if you're new to my channel, I am Ritza, I am Coyote, I am Azira. And Syrian Star Oracle is also connected to Paths of Wonder, which is on TikTok. It's also connected to Southwest Coyote Heart or Southwest Coyote Designs on Instagram and Facebook. This is just a little bit of a check-in because tonight I thought, oh, come on. So I am gearing myself. I know I'm changing a lot. And in this change, there will be card readings for TikTok and there will be card readings here. Card readings on Facebook where I'm going to try to, sometimes when I go to Facebook Live on my computer, I have a little bit of an issue. But I think that'll work out until I have enough following where this particular channel I can go live and maybe monetize it or whatever. I'm in the process of so many new things of wanting to really do them. That's going to take me a little bit, but I have some time coming up because I'm going to be semi-retired. I'll be working some, but I'm collecting, and I have some time coming up because I'm going to be semi-retired. I'll be working some, but I'm collecting, and I will be getting obviously some Social Security. So this is a buffer for me to actually spend time being more creative in the art that I want to infuse with the quantum energy wellness for your upliftment and for your transformation to your goals and dreams, and to really bring about epiphanies, your own self epiphanies, and more healing within to without. Now that said, a lot of people right now, this is Cinco de Mayo. This is May 5th. So there are solar flares. We have a full moon. I think this full moon is also part of an eclipse. And a lot of people, I don't even know all the time what everything means. I do see things, I do hear things, I do have sometimes different dreams and formulas and things come to me. I really want to have an impact and help shift and help change people as they're willing to counsel them, to mentor, to read cards, send out energy, offer insight through the storytelling of what's coming before me to use one way. So I want to give you this because some of you coming to channels like this, you may not feel psychic or intuitive. You may feel like you want to call or have a psychic, intuitive person in your life all the time. All you are is energy, and a lot of times, many times, we do know. We do know we don't need a psychic for it. We do know we don't really even need the intuitive person. What I need to do, what I offer you to do, is a lot of times just make a decision. Make a decision and try it, do it. You can always change your mind. Sometimes we move forward in decision making and it starts to feel bad. Well, then you know to pull back. Sometimes something is just a bust, and let it be okay. Let it be you figuring you out and how you work within questions and situations and people interaction. If you've done something and it's been totally awful and you may have known you were doing it, well, you get to decide. And if you want to cause that chain reaction again, you get to decide that. That is your path and that is your life. You're to create that way. What I'm going to bring to the table is that you have power. You don't even know. I have power that I haven't even tapped in completely yet. But this particular Cinco de Mayo, this particular time on the planet, this now time on planet Earth, is not just, fucking waiting for someone to rescue you. Fucking waiting for a president to rescue you. Fucking waiting for the galactics to rescue you. Fucking waiting for the angels to rescue you. Fucking waiting for some epiphany to rescue you. You have the key. I have the key. And unfortunately, this is the tricky part. It does involve you being honest with yourself. And it does involve you to sometimes be still and like it. Now, at first you may not like it because you want to be busy with watching TV and reality programs and running through TikTok all the time and being in cosplay, working and overworking and gossiping to make your justification of what you went through. Perhaps you are justified, but talking and gossiping to keep you in diversion, to listen to the TV. A family member listens to the TV, listens to all the sports, listens to two styles of news in one foreign language and in English, listens to game shows. He just doesn't get that all of it's a diversion and a show for entertainment, for not keeping you thinking outside of the box and broader and solution oriented. It's keeping you the same in a linear pattern of self destruction, self limitation, and kind of small mindedness. He doesn't get it, and that's his world, and he has a right. This is his path. That's what feels comfortable for him. That's his knowing. For some of us, we are dedicated to saying, wow, my funnel of perception is really pretty big. And often finding out that that funnel that we think is big needs to open up even more. And asking ourselves questions, to keeping ourselves accountable within certain situations. And sometimes we'll feel justified, and sometimes we'll realize we need to just, no matter, bless the other person or bless the situation, and know that everything is serving for good. Even those that have eaten the babies and cut them and wore their flesh, even those who have spell cast and rigged elections, those who have smashed into you on purpose, killed you, killed your family member, pharmaceutical, whoever, whatever you want to put a name in. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. Everything serves its purpose. And everything has been guided in an energy relationship. The infinite mind that people want to call God is not a guy sitting on a throne keeping score about this side and that woman and that boy and that tree and that foundation and that origination and that particular culture. The people that talk God and they say their God is better than your God because they think your God is an idol. Or the people that are Christian, sorry Christians, but a lot of you messed up, and preach and you're gorgeous people. You forget, if infinite creator put everybody here, it's not that people are wayward and wrong about what they believe. It's you who want to control and make them like you so you will feel better. And that everyone is controlled under the umbrella of this freedom-loving, virtuous energy that is God, a guy sitting on a throne who sent his son to be crucified because that's a loving father. So there's a big dysfunction going on, okay? In many areas of life and in all families, there's something. Not everything is completely perfect, and yet we are perfectly perfect and divine, going along, figuring it out. And truly, if you are dedicated to rising and raising your vibration, you're going to get it sooner than later. And there may be times you slip, but if you're open to that dedication of expansion and evolution, you're going to be well ahead of so many other people. Now, what does that take? It just takes a willingness to make a decision that makes it. It takes a willingness to be truly the you were sent here to be. It takes you sometimes not being popular with your current friends, current family, current job. Some of this is old, really old. What I'm talking about, I think you get it. This is a time on the planet when Star Wars is, and it has been for the last 3 years very strongly. This is a time on the planet when magic is and it's fine, it's good, and it's perfect. It's even perfect in its evilness because you know what? When you know what is inharmonious and dark side used, you know how to stand in the light of virtue, stand there confidently and say no and call command in the power of your word, of the alignment with the God force, with the infinite mind, for good, for nobility, for virtue, for freedom, to the rightness of correction. You got this. You got this. So many times, even me, I could say, I'm right. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Well, I kind of do feel like I know what's going on because of feeling things. And this even goes back to just before the pandemic. It's just before, just months leading up to when people were sort of getting a little shut down and business seemed to be going away and there weren't many flights, before a lot of other nonsense of limitation and lies were presented that people fell for. because that's the program of some minds, many minds, not all minds, and sometimes minds on certain levels who did know a lot what was going on, but just in case they fell into that program to do some things. Even then, in the early stages, like in April, May of what, 2019, 2020, 2019, there was evidence of this that was coming up for me, and I wish I had started a channel then, that you pick and you are in charge and you can create and you can, sometimes people call it forgiveness, have compassion. I'm even into more even compassion. Forgiveness, I think, is good practice, but having compassion and striving for compassion and doing compassionate things for yourself and letting it trickle out to others really helps. Staying in grace, staying in a light of virtue with a high vibe. And when you feel yourself start to sink, you got to rise yourself up. And little bits of self talk first that help you get there. Little actions or backing away is not to put pressure of expectation on yourself, but a kind of self accountability, just checking in with yourself. It's not even rocket science, and it's not really hard. It's just that we haven't talked to each other about this. We talk to each other about the prices are high and this is wrong and who did what and then who did what in the family and who did what in the neighbors and who did what, blah blah, whatever. Now it's just time to talk the self and make fixes, corrections, adjustments, tweak to put yourself more in alignment of creating, because your word is your wand. We either spouting red ink in curse and in destruction of others, destruction even of ourselves, or we're spouting this beautiful, beautiful blue liquid or beautiful blue light or ethereal purple, plasma like white, pink light to bless and harmonize through the power that we were given, this energy source. Now, again, we're going to slip because sometimes we're going to slip because we're in human form. But again, this is a time of great manifestation. Cinco de Mayo Day, solar flares, lunar eclipse. This is a time to ponder for a moment. Let it be your Christmas, if you will. Let it be your birthday, if you will. Let it be your new day of birth, if you will. To think, if I come from an infinite creator, some infinite field, some, if you want to say person, and that so you can't get over it, some infinite awareness that sometimes I see as the type of a person. And I come from that, all that is and ever was. So powerful and immense that sometimes I can't even wrap my head around it. And that beingness, isness, does whatever, it does a lot of stuff. Maybe I can do it too. Or some of it, even some of it, because I come from that. And I was a thought before I was a thing, and I was energy before in the thought of, or the energy even as then the thought came into form as parents were thinking they wanted a girl, a boy, they just wanted to have a baby. We had an experience. So you had an experience. So why not be your goddess, God on earth, right? A lot of people say you were born in the image and likeness. Well, you were born of an image and likeness. There are many likenesses. There are many beings all over this universe, and we will meet them if you're open to it. You may croak if you're not, because you be too scared, and you'd be ready to move on to the other realm, another reality, another realm, meaning back to the infinite field where you'll be energy, and then you really get it. Because when you're out of the body, you really are feeling yourself as the pure positive energy. But we get a chance to do this by the practice of it every day. And I admit too, for myself, practicing a little bit more every day. And a little bit more every day means instead of like 3 minutes or 6 minutes, maybe you give it some airtime, 12 minutes. Maybe you give it 17 minutes and a whole day in your car driving, while you're doing housework. Maybe you're shopping and you're picking out things, but you're having the inspiration of, wow, I'm creating this and I know it's there and I'm going to allow it and feel it and let it happen to me because I deserve. I deserve $1 million. I deserve the home that I want. And you talk about what the home you want is, and the people that you want the home from, and how good it feels to be in your oasis, to be in your little. Maybe you have people come over and talk books, or you just are a buff where you love reading, you love your solace, you love your vista, you love the sights and sounds of your environment. You have right to create this, and this is on purpose. It's for everyone. That you have more power than you realize. Than I realize. We haven't talked to our children enough so that they visit that shrine of self-empowerment. We usually have energy widths of unworthiness and measurable comparingness. Sometimes it's immeasurable and not seen, but we have these perceptions of definitions and definitions of perceptions that once applied kind of limit us. So I wanted to come on and give you more than hope. I wanted to come on and tell you you are powered by the stars, not bullshit. You have stardust in you. You have crystal in you, and the earth is crystal. Made up of crust is made up of a lot of crystal, and so are our devices. These bones are ancient compared to what we really have and what's coming. And it's not about being afraid. It's about making fear your friend, partnering with fear as part of the solution to move past. So I have things I'm creating too, wanting to remind myself. And I'm not saying I got it perfect, almost, but I've slipped. Sometimes it's staying as compassionate as possible, and it's staying in grace. And I don't mean grace like, oh, I'm sorry, God, and oh, I need to have an epiphany to be Christ-like. It's more the graciousness of the kindness, of the sweetness, of the gratitude, of appreciation for you in this realm, and appreciation of you, and to fall into like with yourself. I offer doing some mirror work, walking by the mirror. I'm really cute. Walking by the mirror and say, I like my earlobes. Oh, I look in the mirror and you can say, I like you. Look who you're becoming. Sometimes you're naughty, but I like you. I know you strive to be good. I love my pets. I love my car. I love my house. I love my pillow. Going by the mirror and talking into the mirror and saying, thank you for my $1 million. It feels good. It feels great. It feels fine. It feels freeing. It feels abundant and blissful, and like anything can be accomplished. It feels good and easy, and I'm grateful for this path. Walk by the mirror. Look into the mirror and say, thank you for my best friend being in my life, because it feels so good and soothing when I can talk to him and her. It feels wonderful and easy and comfortable. And I'm really glad I have an ear that I can lend some sorrows and some joys to, who helps me stay on track when I feel like I've lost the sight of my goals, of my dreams, or maybe the moment when I just need a pick me up. It feels good to go to the mirror and say, thank you that my bills are paid, and there's food on the table, my car runs great, my pets are wonderful. Say thank you. And even in the face of cancer, you can make that your friend and say, wow, maybe not feeling the best experience, but it happens for a reason. It's a good one. And I'm going to somehow make this my friend. I ask you to show me the way. I ask you to show me the way to clarity about this, and to show me the way to solution. And I thank you so much. Part of what I do when I ride share, when I ride, I'm very, very adamant right now every day, which makes a difference. There's an energetic difference and a feeling difference every day through different riders throughout the day that I am ride sharing in the car. I will say, thank you for watching over me. Thank you for watching out for me. Thank you for watching out for us. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you. I say thank you to the car. I say thank you to the car I'm driving. Yes, as if it's a real person. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for watching over me. Thank you for keeping me safe. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And I say to the infinite spirits around me, thank you for watching over me. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for protecting the riders. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching over us. And I'll repeat that in different ways, just as you heard, in whatever way sounds happy, correct, and uplifting and true. I say that. I am driving basically what looks like a human car that is a space pod, that is my space pod from another realm. And I'm driving this vehicle and it is helping me. It is to me alive and it is protecting every single stranger that comes into my car or leaves my car immediately if there's a problem. It is protecting me. It is protecting me even if people steal extra candy or steal a crystal or whatever their small mindedness does because they feel hurt or entitled or just want to be smart ass, whatever. I don't care because I know I'm protected because I know they can't hurt me. They can't really even hurt the car. They can't really hurt because I'm protected and they don't have enough power over me because I know who I am. And I wish that for you, that you know who you are, that you embrace you, not just the old or whatever, a new, beautiful, whatever you, it's just loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, liking you. Doesn't matter if you're fat, really fat, or skinny, athletic or not, older, wrinkle, or smooth baby skin or not. It matters the feeling you feel for you. It matters. I want for you, if you're willing a little, to feel good about you in your current state, current skin now. Things are always changing. Change is a constant. That is a law of the universe. And that's the only law that's allowed to change. There are many laws, not just the law of attraction. There's definitely 12, and there's, I think, about 23, and they can be looked up. Um, and again, like law of karma is a law of action. It does not mean that person hurt me, they raped me, they stole from me, they killed my child. Oh, they're gonna get karma. It's not that. You're not in charge of that. There's an infinite mind in charge of that. You're not in charge of that. It's an agreement between their soul and the infinite mind, and not you. So get rid of that one. Karma in Sanskrit is just action. It's an action. It's a choice. It's what we choose over how we do. Also, the wheel in tarot, the wheel of life, the wheel of fortune, the wheel of you came this lifetime to do something, which is part of karma, or the wheel of I don't want. We do learn things this lifetime. I do think in my heart, you don't come back to get it right. I think you come back to play. I don't think you come back to get it right. Get it right because you were unworthy. Get it right to raise higher. Your soul is your soul. Your soul. Your soul is your soul. Your soul is perfect and infinite and high vibrating, already evolved. Your soul is your soul. Soul inside the body is having an experience going along like a piece of jewelry you never take off, but you can't see it. And you are playing a game in this life. And your job is to play a game where you feel good. That's it. This bullshit about, oh, that young child is so wise. I bet they're an old soul. Oh, that person's a young soul. You know what? Your fucking soul is fucking old, but doesn't show it. And you get to come back to play. You get back to come back to play and make a difference. Not because you did it wrong. See, that's like the wheel. The wheel, like keeping you on the wheel. I gotta earn, I gotta earn, I gotta earn my way, I gotta earn my way, I gotta earn my way, I gotta earn my way. When am I gonna earn my way? I'm gonna be the mouse on the wheel, 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 the mouse on the... No. You are already fantastic. You are immortal. Your soul is immortal. The flesh will rot eventually in the ground or be burnt up, and you be a gas. You be a flake. You be a gas, and then a little bit of a solid that's left. But it's not you. It's this stuff you were riding around in, playing a game in this life. Not to get it right, not to keep score, not to prove anything. You're playing a game just to play a game of feeling good. And you get to learn, you get to contribute. But it's not because you're unworthy that you have to keep coming back. That's just one version of that story. That's all. It's just one perception, one possibility in all probabilities, one idea. The observer affects the field. I think I'm going to go with that. Happy Cinco de Mayo, if you honor that. Happy moon eclipse. Happy solar flares. Happy May. Be at peace. Create. Allow yourself to thrive and dream. And know that if you truly want that dream or that other dream or all those dreams or whatever you're dreaming, whatever your goal is, it is, just know you deserve it and allow it. Okay, how do I do that? Before I go, how do I do that? Well, let yourself feel that you deserve it and how fun that would be, and allow it by saying, thank you, I accept it. I think that's great. I'm just ready when you are. I'm just going to look for little signs and bring it on. Thank you. Thank you for being heard. I'm heard. Be gentle with yourself. Stay bold. Be bright. Don't squelch your light. You're here to play, and the only reason to play is to have fun, making a contribution to your life, and as it feels good, lend contribution to others. But you're not here because you're unworthy and you have to prove yourself. It's part of the old way. The new way is you are a divine master remembering. So have fun remembering. Have fun playing the game and create the wild ride you want to be on. It's really okay.